Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some more West of Loathing, specifically the West of Loathing DLC. I have no idea. I don't know if it just like automatically adds itself. Kinda hope so. Does not appear to. I don't know how to make the DLC. Like I see DLC in it. Do I have to start a new game? I really don't want to start a new game because that would not be cool. Any options? No. Yeah, Reckoning the Manor. Hey. How to do it? Someone help. Oh. Just... I have it installed. I have it... Like it's on, so I don't know why... What if I close Wes Lowthing and then press play now on E? What about now? Dude, I have no idea how to make this work. To be totally honest with you. Does anyone know? Alright, let me look at this. How to move from the right? Okay, hold on. Let's quick go to. It said something about. So do I have to discover it? Is it right here? Confused. Ghostly T-gun LTD dirt water? Okay, where's that? Oh, this. Well, that would have been helpful to know. You hop in the ghostly carriage, which seems to support you and Gary waits well enough. Invisible driver yells, "Yeah!" and cracks an invisible whip. An invisible horse snorts. Carriage starts moving, and soon you're out of sight of dirt water. Yay, more stuff. And while we do this, I'm gonna move my yoga mat out of the way and instead put my beautiful bird pillow there instead. It's falling over, it's fine, it's whatever. Thick gray fog envelops the carriage and you lose all sense of time and space. Eventually the fog clears and carriage parks near a very large and ornate mansion. A disembodied voice calls, "All out for Gun Manor, last stop." So where am I on the map? house isn't on any map you've ever seen, and if it's on a map you haven't seen, well, that map isn't doing you any good. You could probably take that coach back to Dirtwater if I wanted. And now that's good. Interesting music. I love it. I will definitely take the hedge clippers. Very cool. I love the music right now. Something on the floor. A hammer. Hiya. Hey, sup. Do you work here? Are you a parking attendant or something? Yeah, I guess. I validates people's parking and all that. Can you? I'm on break. Oh. Oh, really? Everyone's on break, kinda. What do you mean? A whole bunch of ghosts showed up in ghost carriages all of a sudden? Everyone's either hiding out or kidnapped. I got here in a ghost carriage. Oh man, did I die somewhere and not notice? Am I a ghost? The guy jabs your forehead with one finger. Ow! Nope. Let's convince him to go back to work. You should probably go back to work now. Yeah, why is that? Because I'm gonna rescue all the other employees, and if they come back and catch you slacking off, they'll be ticked. Aw, jeez. Okay, fine, just let me finish the smoke before you go getting all heroic. Alrighties. Done with that cigarette yet? Give me a minute, jeez. Those are bad for your health, you know. So stress, go away. Okie doke. Right, let's build something. Ah! Ah! That's really funny. Oh, advanced cow punching. Don't mind if I do. Oh, I have some unspent XP. So all I could do, really. Glamour. Moxie. There. Ah! Various boring tools like drills and all tools for boring. Okay. So, is there even anything really to... Oh, there's more stuff over here. Gun Manor Visiting Center. Oh, is it this guy? Hello again. Oh, it's you. Hey, they let you smoke in here? Let's just say they haven't successfully stopped me. Well, I sneak off to the carriage house to smoke if you can do it in here while you're working. I'll give you a hint. I don't like working. Can you validate my parking? Didn't you say you got here in a ghost carriage? That's right. They don't actually take up space, so it doesn't count as parked. Okay, never mind. Let me go. Genuine Gun Manor souvenir tokens. Negotiate a better meal. Deal. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to keep buying them. Okay. Huh. Okay. Where is this place? I don't know. Is there any other door to get inside? Oh, there is. Oh, what's this? Hi. Excuse me, do you work here? Who, me? No. Nuts, I can't find any employees in the gift shop either. I haven't even started this job yet and it's already a pain in my neck. What's wrong? I can't get inside. Mrs. Gunn hired me to come out here and deal with a bunch of spooks that are haunting up the place. I can't do that if I can't even get through the front door, though. Who's Mrs. Gunn? You've never heard of Terry Gunn? No, should I have? Well, I would think so. She's a pretty famous inventor. You've got her best-known invention hanging there right on your belt. She invented belt buckles? Wow! Guns! She invented guns. Oh! There are ghosts? Exactly like that. Yep, 13 of them according to my instruments. Florence Cunningham, Ghost Annihilation Services, that's me. Interesting. What do you annihilate them with? Science! I'm gonna guess that weird kind of rifle-like contraption you're carrying. Yeah, it shoots science! What's wrong with the front door? The front door, well, it's, locked? No, not locked, no. So what's the problem? Okay, see, I'm a ghost hunter. I ain't a spider hunter. I don't hunt spiders at all. And there's a huge, gross, fairy-fanged, drooling giant spider in the foyer. So until I either find another way in or find someone else to take care of that spider hunting side of the biz, I'm staying right the frig out of there, okay? I can see you feel really strongly about this. I do. Okay, maybe I can help you out. That'd be swell. You know, you look reasonably tough and or willy, so why don't we team up? I'll handle the ghosts and you can handle the things that aren't ghosts. Okay. Roger, copy. It's Wes Lowthing, actually. Is there any other entrances? Ooh, what's this? Some crazy wizard moved in and has been animating the shrub's danger. Okay. Alright, let's go in the front door and see what's up. Some ghost is playing tricks on you because they know you ain't packing science. Stand back, I got this. Works every time. Oh, that's the spider. Alright, looks like I'm gonna fight the... Bye, Mr. Spider. That wasn't so bad. Easy for you to say. Intercom, huh? House of Mrs. Terry Gunn. Oh, let's use the intercom. Hello? Hell? Ah, a ghost just said hell at me. Spooky. I'm pretty sure that's not a ghost. The intercom's just busted. Hello? Who's it? Mrs. Gunn? No, it's Miss... Oh man, I would have been pretty good joke if the intercom wasn't broken. Would it? It's cold as a federal grant administrator's heart in here. I wonder what's causing that. You don't think it's, you know, all that ice? Nah, you got it backwards. The ice couldn't be here if it wasn't cold to begin with. That's science. Maybe the house's heat got shut off somehow? Well, we better see if there's a furnace or boiler or something. It'd probably be in the basement. Alright, let's have a look around. The whole left side of the house is filled with ice, apparently. Okay. Well, let's go to the cellar then. Why is she freaking out? Oh, spiders. Let's paint some— Ah! We painted something on the wall that was very scary. Okay, let's go in here. A lab, check it out. They must have been doing some really good science down here. I don't even recognize half of this stuff. Well, don't accidentally blow us up or anything. Psh, or relax. I have an advanced degree in tinkering and fiddling. Uh-huh. Hi, Zolden. Okay, 50 mysticality. Oh, okay. First thing you need is that. Okay. The worst gun. Deals 1 damage. Very nice. Aid myself. Great. Science stuff. Buy a box of science doohickeys. Okay. Let's go fight the spiders. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit! Wow, they do a lot of damage even though they have freaking no health at all. Wow. cow. Cool. What else we got over? That's a giant spider. Only one spider. Bad news is it's huge. Roasty. Oh, they're quick? Oh no! Okay, I need to stun them. Or I could just kill them, actually. Ouch. Get him, Gary! Alright, pie safe? Pie save is really working overtime with all those spiders. Yes, a spider pie. Thank good. Oh, there's more of them. What about in here? What's going on here? Suck up coal, send it to the wall. Oh. Okay, so that's the coal chute. You holler to Florence and she comes to you. Whoa, Nelly, hold on a second. That's a ghost. Those things are dangerous. I wasn't expecting to see any of these here. Well, you're a ghost hunter and you're specifically to hunt ghosts. No, that's just ghosts. This is a ghost. A greater haunt or originating from spectral transmissions. Totally different from a ghost. Except for the name, you mean. Anyway, those things can be pretty tough. Heck, I knew I should have brought a bismuth bomb. A what bomb? Bismuth. Sort of silvery metal. It screws with spectral energy the way iron does with magnetic energy. So where do we get a bismuth bomb? Bismuth. Bibsmoth. Bibsmith? Bismuth. Normally I just make them myself in a lab. Much for that idea then. Well, that workbench we on earlier might have the stuff we need. Okay, then let's do that instead of fighting it. Ah! You make a Bisquick bomb out of this stuff? Bismuth! Come on, man. It says it right in the containers. Okay. What's this? Ooh, double silk pantaloons. And Moxie. That's okay. I like mine better. Alright, go for it. Better cover your ears and eyes. We'll just cover your entire head. Very cool. Ooh, pile of coal. You could disappoint so many kids on Crimbo morning with this amount of coal. Okay. Jumbo shrimp fork? Gunman or carriage house key? Very cool. What the fuck? Oh, this is in the hedge maze. We don't want to be here. Alright, well the coal thing's there now. I'm sure that's helpful in some way. Yikes. This is bad. This is very bad. Punch your target for 50 damage and disable them for 3 rounds. That sounds like a good idea to me. I will heal. Okay, then, I'll disable this guy for 3 rounds. Ouch. Oh my god, they hurt so bad, dude. They hurt so bad. Holy shit. I'll kill both of them. Very good. Ouch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Woo! That's really close. Can I heal at all? Wait, I can, there's something, oh here, here's me a poison. Shoot, Frick. Nothing heals me? I don't have anything? Expensive medicine. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Then kill him. Okay, and then let's go ahead and kill him. Phew! That was a bit of a scary fight, I'm gonna be honest. Well, is this a mannequin? Boy, the spider must have been super disappointing. Why was it moving? Dude, how am I supposed to fight all of these? There's 3 of them, dude. And they're fast. Can I... Wait a minute. I've already eaten and had everything to drink that I can. Shoot, dude. With them being faster than me, there's not a whole lot I can do. I don't think... Am I angry yet? I'm not currently angry. So... I do have the ability to fight these guys. Oh my god, that's 24 poison damage, holy shit. Okay, hold on. First, cure poison. Then, stun everyone for a round. Then what can we do with Gary? Reduce all their stats by 3. It's not even really helpful. Let's have him reproduce. Let's see if we can get other people in on this so that there's less problems, dude. Okay, then... enemies, huh? That's not quite gonna be good enough, I don't think. Let's go ahead and deal 77 spooky damage to him. Let's just hope this doesn't kill me. Oh my god, they're all gonna fucking whiff. Oh my god. Reduce their stats, Gary. Get them. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. No. Oh, this is a disaster. Oh great. They do fucking nothing at all. The only thing I can do is summon them so that they take hits instead of me. Gotta cure myself of poison. Okay, we need to... Only 40? Shit. Gary can't take him out. Gary can't take him out. No! This is so bad. No, Gary! Dude, this is fucked. This is so fucked. This is fucked, dude. I'll punch my target and disable them for 3 rounds, huh? That probably would be good for this one. Please act. Ah, they just don't, man. They just don't. Oh, this is so rough. This is so rough. Okay, if I can get through this, hopefully this is the last of it. Ouch. Poison cure, please. How much? Let's see. 15 damage to all opponents. That's not helpful. I need to gain more AP. Let's go ahead and take this one out. And I guess... Oh my god, ow. This sucks. Deal 30 damage to all enemies. Go for it. Okay, that took out one of them. Restore 50% of max HP. That'd be great. Let's kill him. Ouch. Okay. That was very difficult. Please have that be the last one, because I can't afford any more. I cannot. It was so difficult. I'll poke you a mouth hole. Salutations. You okay? I've certainly been better. He's a museum greeter. Great, I helped that guy out of the cocoon. Oh, okay, so we have an XP grinder of spiders. Very great. Great. Pour a little bit of boiling water onto the dirt floor, making hot mud. Ah, very cool. I wonder if I need that for some reason. Okay. Solved our ice problem. Great. Okay, so let's hunt some ghosts now. So we can go anywhere, which is great. Let's start with the parlor. Rat sits. Tea cart. Okay, very cool. I wonder if there's an achievement for turning all the like lamps off or on. Okay. Oh, the kitchen. Oh, there's a ghost here. Uh-oh. What does he want? A ghost here mumbling and muttering and yammering something about eggs. Interpret his disjointed rat ravings. Okay. Hang on a second. You tried to poach an egg by shooting it? For dadgum, yes, that's what I did. Heck, course I did. That's how you poach an egg. Poppy didn't raise no fool. But dadgum, first lugger egg rolled out of the way of a bullet, ricocheted off the bottom of the cockpit and got me right there between the peepers for dadgum. That's not how you poach an egg. What are you talking out of your head like that? Course it is. No, it isn't. Dadgummit boy, me and my poppy and his poppy have been poachers all our lives, and I know more about poaching than you ever will. Okay, but that's not the same kind of poaching. What all this dadgum sass much talking boy? Poaching's poaching. I'm gonna prove you so wrong as soon as I figure out how. Okay, let's go inside the ice room. Oh, this poor person is freezing in here. You seem to be trapped in a block of ice. That's just what I wanted to talk to you about, actually. Okay, did she have any... 4 left on the first floor, 4 left on the second, 5 on the third. Found something for you, science junk. Okay. Her gun damage has been increased. New skill, enlightened field. That is, so it's a skill, not a perk. Does that mean that I can... Skill. Okay. You know how to poach an egg? No, I've never stolen an egg in my life, and you can't prove otherwise. Okay. What about you? What about you, Gary? Do you do much cooking, Gary? Oh, no. Gary is terrible with cooking. It is a shamefulness. No offense to your traditional cuisine or anything, but it all tastes pretty bad to me. Cooking of Gary is wrong color being, not a grayness at all. Okay. Sleep. Ah! It says boo! Okay, it would appear that he's frantically serving plates of invisible ghost food to the ghost who is shoveling it in by the fistful. Okay. Very interesting. Small blowtorch. He's the ghost of an emperor? Correct his manners. Use at least a napkin. At least use a napkin or stick your pinkies out or something. Sorry about that, I'm just so hungry. What's going on? This waiter doesn't know how to make ghost food, so he's just giving me imaginary food and hoping I won't know the difference. I kind of feel bad about dragging you into this mess, so I've been pretending to eat it to humor him. I'm starving. You actually need some actual ghost food? Maybe I can help you out. Yes, please. Specifically what I want is a bowl of chili. A bowl of chili without a gun in it. Okay, what? That's what I'm craving. I guess it's probably because of how I died. How did you die? I was eating some chili and it had a gun in it. Did you choke? No, it went off and shot me to death. Why did... Look, all I know is I need to eat a bowl of gunless chili in order to satisfy my hunger and pass on to the afterlife. Okie dokie. So how am I supposed to learn how to poach an egg? Your eyesight isn't good enough to really examine this painting. Oh boy. Oh, you know what? We probably need to go out into... Oh wait, I got a key, didn't I? A key for the carriage something or other? Sort of carriage key, yeah. Ah! Yeah, I don't know. Oh, having greeted you, he now stands perfectly silent. Let's try, going through the hedge maze and seeing if anything... information there. Hey, these might take make a decent chili. Very cool. Probably use a herbicide on them from a distance. Go for it. Hey, very cool. Man? You think a gal could sit and eat her lunch in a weird hedge maze without getting accosted by monsters? What is this world coming to? You said it. Is it safe to go? I should get back to work. What do you do here? I work in the visitor center. I run the token smashing machine. They sell little brass tokens stamped with the museum logo. You can either use them in the wishing well or run them through a machine that rolls them out flat and stamps the museum logo onto them. That's my job. It stamps the museum logo onto them again? Yeah, but they're longer after that. You think it's safe to leave? You should be fine. Okie dokie. Is this guy okay? Must be the hedge wizard. I will definitely give him a training. Wow. Use her weird backpack to increase our party's mysticality. Let's do it. He ran away. Oh, ow. Very cool. Magic infused leaf. Don't mind if I do. Well, at least he didn't run very far. Oh gosh. Reduce their stats, Gary. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's not very good. All she can do is help beef my stats. Oh, thank goodness. He didn't actually do any damage to me. Thank goodness. My stats are too good. At this point, he's got nowhere left to run to, assuming that weird portal thing behind him is exit only. Gosh. Alright, let's just keep increasing our party's mysticality. That should help quite a bit. Let's stun everybody for a turn, and ooh, Gary can do some good work here. Let's have Gary do some good work here. Good work, Gary. Increase our mysticality again. Hit every enemy in this row for 64 damage, huh? Let's do it. And Gary can take out this guy. Gary, look out! Wow. That's a big ouchie, Gary. Gary, be careful. Oh, poor Gary. Okay. Let's give this guy the old 1, 2, 3. Oh no, not that guy! That's not who I wanted. See, now he just took 1 AP from me. That's just so mean. What a disaster. How much can I do? Ooh, that's good. The Hedge Wizard's journal, his orb. Well, I would love to read his journal. Full of terrible poetry. Here's an example. Everlasting shrubbery, knobbly leaf crowned. Whence comes all joy, sweet thy fragrance, wondrous thy strength, namaste, my lord. Okay. I got an item, hedging my bets. Let's read it. I got a perk. So, what does that perk give me exactly? Plus 20% to meat gains. That's good enough, I suppose. Okay. So we did that. Let's go in here. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's quite the maze. Let's go fight this thing, I guess. Increase party's mysticality, don't mind if I do. Deal spooky damage. Get him, Gary. Okay. to a well. Make a wish. I accidentally dropped the token into the well without making a wish. Dang it, I wish I had that token back. I hear some chimes and a rope appears in the wishing well's crossbeam. Well, how about that? Oh, that leads me to down here? Okay. So that just is now like a little... What's it called? Shortcut. What's this? Some foraging? Don't mind if I do. Ooh. Ooh, very nice. Lots of foraging to do in here. That's great. Oh, overgrown. Let's step through this. Oh, very cool. So can I do that at other spaces? Can I have those hedge clippers? So I'm curious. Hi, Jimmy! Kind of curious. Is there anything more that this hedge maze has to offer to us right now? I don't know what this is all about. We have to learn how to poach an egg so we can tell the guy how to poach an egg. Oh. Wow, okay, yeah, so we just gotta go until we find something. I don't know. Yeah, there's gotta be a specific... We haven't found it yet. I'm sure there's a specific, like, thing we gotta do there. It's just, I don't... So, we're currently stuck on the first floor. Alright, I'm just gonna fight this guy. Let's go ahead and... Spawn a goblin grunt. Oh my gosh. Yikes. We gotta take him out. Zero spooky damage? What now? 51 to 54 damage? It's not quite enough. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit him. What? Wow. What the fuck? Okay. We still have him for 2 more rounds, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out this, and Gary is gonna take out this hope. Okay, very good. Are we getting on? Pretty well. Pretty well. I think we're doing, I mean, I think so anyway. Okay, so we got rid of 1. 12 ghosts left. Okay. Okay. I don't know how to make it though. Okay, well let's go to the larder first. Oh, very cool. What I thought was a framed photograph is actually a window. Huh. This activity at once. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Now that I have your attention, how about you tell me who you are? You don't recognize me? Jean-Francois Lardust? No. Zoot! I knew simply mimicking the photograph would not be sufficient. Without it, how will anyone know I am the most famous Frenchman ever to visit Gun Manor? Have a lot of Frenchmen visited? Besides having the distinction of being the most famous Frenchman to visit Gun Manor, I am also the first Frenchman to visit Gun Manor and the last as well. Wow. How did you die? Posing for a photograph to commemorate my visit here? And that fool of a photographer fooled up when preparing the gunpowder clash. Found up how? You left a bullet in it. Oh, okay. So we had the option to actually help these people or fight them. Well, now I feel bad for fighting the other guy. Okay. Pants, pants, pants. Hey, there's a pair my size. Pants, pants. Fancy pantry pants. Hey! Looking for a pair of pants, but you don't have any legs? I know. What do you want pants for? Nostalgia? What kind of pants are you looking for? Legless pants? How'd you lose your legs? It's really embarrassing. I didn't have a proper holster for my gun, so I was carrying it tucked into my belt. I was wearing one of those gun belts with all the slots around for you stick bullets in, you know? The chamber actually blew off the entire lower half. Okay, I will look for some legless pants for you, my guy. Are there any legless pants in here? Oh my. Maybe I should do some research? We're looking to find a way to... Oh, I have a blowtorch. Okay. This French accent, though. Okay, so I'm sure she'll help us get upstairs. All we can do is go to the second floor. Why just the second floor? The button for the third floor is missing. I'll bet anything the old housekeeper took it and hid it in some hilarious place. She loved wordplay, that's why they fired her. And all the stealing important things and hiding them. Okay. Don't mind if I do flush it. Okay. Okay, I have a shower curtain now. Alright, I want to take a look at this painting again. The bottom edge of this frame looks thicker than the other edges. Wonder what that's supposed to mean. Oh, that's a lot of guest rooms. What room is this? The gallery? Move the sheet? Ah! I'm 95% certain you're a real person, not a statue. What are you up to? I'm a statue, go away. Okay, now I'm 99% sure. What's your name? Paul, go away. Hi, Paul. I'm Wes Lowthing. What are you doing? Pretending to be a statue so the ghost won't get me. Go away, you'll blow my cover. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Oh, it's this guy. This guy's the... Objection. What are you objecting to? Your face. Overruled. What's your problem, anyway? Requires gun law? Try me. Okay, so we probably gotta do some reading up on gun laws. I assume in the library, perhaps? What does this switch do? Ah! Dictionary? What do I want to look up? I don't know. Come in handy if someone tells you to look something up. Okay. Can you help me with some library stuff? Looking for a book on a specific topic. This guy lying here trapped underneath a large book. Book about geology. Isn't gonna be easy to move? Well, don't worry, I got it. How'd you get trapped like that in the first place? I worked at the info desk. On breaks, I like to research different kinds of info. Huh. Okie dokie. Why do I not know where to start when looking to research things? Guest rooms it is, I guess. Let's unbar it. He hasn't paid his bill, so I was forced to lock him in there until he does. Would you take 500? Very good. Let's go into this room now. Investigate this. Ooh, I got a good book. In the mirror, very good. Congratulate him on his newfound freedom. Sorry. You freed me from having an excellent excuse for not doing my crappy job. Well, you freed me from the burden of relaxing in here instead of emptying trash cans and cleaning toilets. Great. Look, you're a real hero. I could just lock the door again. No, it's too late now. I'm free. Free as the wind blows. Free as my job blows. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Okay, let's go in. A closer look. Happy little trees. It's captioned Ceci n'est pas un coffre-fort. This cannot. I don't know what this means. Okay, so there's a wall safe behind it. Very great. Well, let's crack that safe. Empty apart from a rolled up poster of Rita Hayworth. Swell. I don't know who that is. Oh my gosh, a secret passage. Finally. We'll go through that in a second. sewing kit. I'm glad you think so. Oh my gosh. So many secret passageways here. Oh my god. Science stuff, very great. You here to laugh at me? No, not at all. I wouldn't do that. No one ever laughs. I never made a single person laugh in my entire career. That's a left turn I wasn't expecting. What was your career? Being too hard on yourself. I bet you invented all kinds of good stuff. My best invention was fake vomit. It looks like just like fake vomit, but surprise, it's real. Haha. That was the one that got me fired. How did you die? Working on a new invention, an exploding cigar. I figured I'd use gunpowder for the explosive. First test run was a real mess, I can tell you that. Failure, and I'm dead. Let's see if we can figure something out. What other novelties did you invent? Cannon makes nuts that has a spring in it, so when you open it, nuts spray out everywhere? No one would ever open the can because of how it said deadly venomous snakes on the label. Okay. Hello, miss. Welcome to my little B&B. Would you care for a room? What's B&B stand for? Boo and breakfast? Why do you say B&B? It's not your house. No one using these guest rooms. There are ghosts hovering around with nowhere to be. I'm feeling homesick for the little B&B I used to run when I was alive. Thought Mrs. Gunn probably wouldn't mind. What happened to your eye? Foolish accident. I had a guess. Hey. She needs a new eye. Okay. Ask her about our current location. Gosh, I don't know what to do, man. What do we have? Oh, I have the science doohickeys I can give her. That's a start. New skills science blast. Cool. Oh, it's her skills. Got it. Okay, so we found a tin can. I think that's used in the parlor, is it? The cellar, I guess? Stuffing had out the inside of the can. Damn, this is rough. They made a pretty challenging puzzle here. I mean, I could just fight all the ghosts and call it a day, but I don't want to. I want to actually help them. I guess one thing I could do is, go to the info. Now the person at the info desk is back, I guess. I could go there. Oh, it's you, my hero and savior. Sorry, bro. Oh, and she's the person who does this. Info guy. would I like to know? This is gun. I don't really want to read all of it. Just tell me everything so I have the information. Gun manor. Rocks. Very cool. Okay, bye. Guess that wasn't as integral as I thought it was going to be. Gosh, what do we do now? Still don't know how to make chili. And this person wants their photograph? This guy wants pantless pants? And that person wants a bowl of chili without a gun in it? If we go in the library, she says, looking for a book on a specific topic. If I find a book on a similar topic to what I'm looking for, so I have to find I have no idea. I don't want to just fight them all, I want to actually solve the puzzles. I have a shower curtain. I have no idea. Paint it. Wants me to do research on chili, but I don't. Is there any other places with books? guess I could check the cellar again. Oh, photo of Lardest. Okay, great. That solves one person, I suppose. Oops. No, this is not where I want to be. This way? Maybe the gallery? No. It is in the guest rooms? Area? Oh, it's not. I already forget. Dude, where is this person, man? Forget. Where the frick did they go? This is the gun law person. So we need to find that book as well. How did I manage to get lost? How did that happen? Oh, here they are. Here you go, buddy. Very nice. Marvelous, what a resemblance. It's a pretty decent pick. Good thing light travels faster than bullets. Now my image will not be lost to the ravages of time. Merci beaucoup, my friend. Great. Auf Wiedersehen. Isn't that fucking German? Not the French like this person was. Okay. I have a natural talent for getting lost. Thanks, Trevor. Usually get 20 for everything. Well, this is pretty late in the game. Also, how did you send a message in chat? Like, before I was streaming. How did you manage to do that? Because I saw that a message came in at 6:13 from you, and you also played... But how? I wasn't streaming. How did you do that? I don't understand. I didn't know you could do that. Oh my clay. Okay, chat like. Oh, interesting. Bro, do you know how to make... Does anyone know how to make chili without a gun in it? How am I supposed to figure that out? This is brutal. Sorry. Goodness. I often have conversations with myself in offline stream chats. Well, just so you know, we can see that when we come back. I can see if people were typing, I guess, in a stream chat. He also played a voice, or no, a soundbite as well. Tremor did, and it told me that he did that even though I didn't get to hear it. I've made a huge mistake among us. Dude, where do we go?
Hello there.
Hi, Jimmy. Hello there, right back at you.
I really don't know what to do.
I really wish that... Okay, so what happens if I leave Gun Manor and come back? I'm curious. Okay, so it doesn't reset my progress or anything. That's kind of sad, to be honest, because I almost kind of wanted it to. Just a little bit, so that way I could save that other guy instead of fighting him. But I still don't even know how I would have done that. I forget what he wanted. What did he want? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Don't know. Bro, how do I make chili? I literally have absolutely no idea. Oh, the guy wanted to know how to poach an egg. Oh. Oh no, man. No idea. I'm gonna start needing some hints. Because I really don't know what to do. Glockenspiel, I don't know if you guys have played this though, so I don't know. Hmm. I have the... I have the things required to make the chili. Like, I have the chili spices. And... and I got something else too, but... I don't know. There was something out in the, oh boy. Something out in the maze that I'm pretty sure I grabbed, but I don't see it in my inventories, so I don't know. No, 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 let me out, let me out, let me out. No, this isn't. Here, this thing. Full of pinto and kidney beans. You didn't think those grew in bushes, and especially didn't think they both grew in the same bush. And then we grabbed some, because it said it would be good for chili or something? Here, a pile of loose chili beans. I have strong opinions on what kind of beans go in chili. Assume this assortment satisfies them. Jumbo shrimp. Gosh, this is big time not easy. Gosh, they really did a good job making this difficult because I have no idea what to do. As a veteran of West of Loathing, I have no clue. I'm gonna look for hints. Where are the ghosts that we're looking? Is there a quest description? I'm just supposed to get rid of all the ghosts. That's what I'm supposed to do. And I could fight them all. But I don't want to fight them all. I want to satisfy their needs so that they will go away peacefully. So far I've fought one and another one has gone peacefully. But like there's a guy who is asking for pantless pants. There's a guy asking for a bowl of chili without a gun in it. There's gosh, who else? She says 2 on the first floor, 4 on the second. Oh, there was one guy. Let's go to the second floor. To the guest rooms. Room 2. Then I get into room 3 from there. 4. This guy wants what? Oh, he needs an exploding cigar that's actually good, but I'm missing pieces for that. I already have the tin can, but I need other stuff. Then she needs an eye. So that's 2 more people. Who knows what this library woman needs? And then in a gallery, there's a ghost I have to fight with, but I have to know stuff about gun laws in order to fight her. And I have to learn that through the library, but the library has a broken system of some sort. Someone fucked up the organization, and now I need to find other books first, and then if it's similar, then I can find it easily. And there's also a 3rd floor that I can't get to yet. I can't get there because the 3rd floor button is missing. From what I'm reading, I should be able to make the chili in the kitchen. Yes, but I don't have the information to do it. Like, it's this thing, and it's a chili stove, but then it says I use it. I'm not sure I know what chili is anymore. Maybe I should do some research. Or maybe I have to ask him about it? Yeah, no, I don't have the recipe. Maybe he'll give me the recipe? No, yeah, no, I don't have a recipe. I don't know how to find any of this information. I wish one of these people would give us hints. I have absolutely no idea. I have to have missed something. Something that helps me progress to the next section, but maybe I just have to get lucky with this? This thing is like a... There's a specific code to get through here. And I don't know what that is. The library seems important to solve. Yes, no idea how to do that. Because I don't even know what that woman wants. She has not given us any information on what she wants. Wow, this is, actually really... Yeah, I'm like trying to look up hints and stuff, but all I can see is that I need to learn how to use the chili stove, but it doesn't tell me how I'm supposed to learn how to do that. Oh. I just saw a hint that was actually pretty helpful. It says that I don't know what chili is, therefore I need to look it up. Chili. Okay. So... does that mean I can do it now? Final ingredient. A gun. Toss one in. No, no, no gun. I can only eat ghost food. So you need me to murder this chili for you? Not to put too fine a point on it, but yes. I have to murder the chili.
Fucking hell, dude. I don't know what that means. Oh, no way. I was like, we haven't really done anything in this room yet, so I was wondering if it was like in this room. Okay. It's dead now. I've euthanized your chili. Here you go. Hello, sir. Thanks for dealing with that ghost. I'm exhausted. He kept demanding ghost food, but I don't really know how to cook, except he likes nachos and popcorn, and just the regular kind, not ghost nachos and popcorn. But he was really insistent, so I figured ghost food was probably invisible, right? So I just pretended and gave him empty plates. I guess it worked, even though that doesn't really make any sense. Okay. Great. Thanks, bro. It doesn't help us with other ghosts, though. Thought something really would try and get the ball rolling. Let's see. Let's visit the guy at the snack bar and see if he's got anything for me. See what's for sale. Yeah, no, I don't need any. Okay, so we have one more person on this floor, right? One who wants pantless pants. Then the second floor, we have one about gun laws, the library person, someone looking for an eye, and someone looking for the thing that I don't know just yet. So how do I find the books that I want? How do I find... How do I find... the third floor button? No. I've gotta find it somewhere. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. That was my offhand, huh? That's really good. Don't mind if I do. Anyone else give me anything good? That's 8 muscle. That's good. This lady wants an eye. I assume that things that I'm supposed to find, I wouldn't be able to find them anymore on this floor because I feel like I've looked everywhere, but like the pantless pants, I feel like I would have found them by now. The eye, I feel like I would have found that by now. I have to help that one guy with his thing. What's with being able to turn off all the lights? What's that all about? Oh, okay, so I didn't press this enough times? Do I not want what's in this? I do want it. I want it so bad. So what? There's an item in here that you need for progression, and at this point I'm sorely tempted to not give it to you. So don't give it to me then. Okay, alright, there's the button. There's the button we're looking for. I thought it was just like throwing jokes at you. I didn't think that there was actually something in there that we needed. Okay, so now I'm on the 3rd floor. Can we go into Mrs. Gunn's room? Okay, so we have to let her know when it's finished. Mr. Gunn. Oh boy. Oops, didn't mean to go in any rooms just yet. Cheap cigar. Okay. Are you one of the museum employees? This house has got ghosts in it? You don't say. There aren't any ghosts between this room and the exit. They said. That's what you said. But they're ghosts, so they could be anywhere, except in here. Exactly. I ain't leaving without a guarantee that those ghosts won't grab me on the way out. We could disguise you with the shower curtain. A mighty fine idea, but eye holes. The curtain's got no eye holes for my eyes. I won't be able to see, huh? Sorry, you think you don't actually want to leave? No, what would give you that idea? It's terrible in here. I shot some holes in the curtain. Okay, geez, I get the picture. Great, he's gone. Okay. What the frick? The bowling stuff is extremely broken. It's not supposed to be flying around even a little bit. Give him the old 1, 2, 3. Poltergeist? That's funny. I have a bowling pin now. Very nice. Oh good, the XR85 was complete trash. Reset? Oh, it brings them back so that I can keep fighting? Very cool. What's in here? A giant duck? Ooh, I have a glass eye now. Very good. Goblin? Hi! Boo! Ha 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 ha! Pretty good I am to getting you, huh, human? Oh wow, yes, very much to getting me. Nice! What did happening to you? Did Mr. Gunn hunting you and to cutting head off? No, no. Mr. Gunn, a good human man, is being very friends. Inside one of his bowling ball bags, my spore to growing, only headroom. Mr. Gunn to finding me and hanging me up here, for to chatting with. Great guy. Wow, weird. Is this Mr. Gunn? No, he's not. Okay. What happened to you? Maybe I can help you. So why are you a ghost? I never faced the most dangerous game. I'm definitely not gonna help you hunt people. What? No, no, no. The most dangerous board game. No one was ever willing to play against me. Habali shame, man. What? What's the game? Checkers? Knife checkers? Okay, what are the rules? Alright, I'll play. Let's play aggressively and intelligently and craftily. King me. I attacked your hand and you dodged, that's all. You sneaky blighter. Alright, lad, I can see. Marvelous play. Well done. Okay, so he's gone. Good thing I had the stats to be able to do that. That gets rid of one of them. Bright, shiny, beautiful spittoon. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, yeah, come to Papa. What are you doing? Huh? Nothing. What are you doing? Looking at someone who's kneeling next to a spittoon with the apparent intention of sticking his whole entire face in it. Dive in. Are you crying? No, I'm fine. You're crying. Okay, well, I'll just be over here whenever you're done lying on the ground in a fetal position and hugging a spittoon. Fine. I got an achievement for that. Unrequited. Loved a spittoon that didn't love me back in gun manner. The trapdoor in the ceiling above here. Too bad I'm not like 11 feet tall. Interesting. I'll challenge this guy to a game. Oh, I need to maybe put the paste on it, perhaps? The paste that's... Oh my god, that was just one room. Holy shit. Okay, let's go to the music room. What were I hoping to find? Chewing tobacco? I love digging into spittoons. It's so funny. Okay, face them. Ooh. I got a dueling banjos book. Boo! Ah! Uh-huh. Okay, so I somehow teleported down here? Very cool. Oh, I didn't mean to come in here. I guess I can drop the woman the eye on the way up. Let's go to the second floor. So I have that for her. I have an eye for you, ma'am. It's a little too physical. I wasn't certain that this would work. It's easily fixed. Do I have a hammer? Yes. Okay. Does it work? Now that you mention it, no, I can't actually see with it. The ghost of a glass eye, after all. I don't really understand why your eye is still missing. What do you mean? I always assumed when someone loses an arm or something, it just sticks around as an arm ghost. That's why people say they can feel it itching sometimes, because you still got an arm there, but it's a ghost. It's even called phantom limb syndrome, so logically if the rest of you becomes a ghost after that, it would hook right back up. But then where did my eye go? Maybe it got pushed back inside your head? No, that seems... wait. What? I do think I felt something just then. My goodness gracious. She bends her head forward and continues shaking it, and you can hear a faint rattling sound and then a plop. You did it. Well, I'll be. Thank you so much, dear. I never would have thought of that. What the fuck? Okay, well, she's gone now. Third floor time. Go back to the music room. Sheet music. Play dueling banjos. You know how to play the piano. Piano, Gary. What? It is having so many square teeth. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's try talking to this guy. Okay. Let's see what this guy needs. I was shot by a tuba. He was shot by a tuba? I wonder he ended up as a ghost. So we need to play something else? So I need maybe a different piece of music, which would be in the library. Let me see if I can find a different piece of music. Dueling banjos. And now I have dual law? Well, can I read it then? Okay. Well. Oh wait, I need the paste too. Can I talk to her? Help me with some library stuff. I need some of that delicious paste. No, wait, no, I need it for billiards though. Oh wait, I have to ask her how she died. I didn't even ask her about that. I won't abide gunfire in my library. It's far too loud. Your objection's the noise? Okay. Alright, let's go continuing to look for more stuff. Oh, I hear that music. Oh, a lot of stuffing. Perfect. Transcribe it. Spooky lullaby sheet music. Maybe that'll help? Who knows what horrors a toy box contains? Let's find out. Stuffed gun? Ah! Can I join your tea party? Oh, I have a thing! I have things for that. Let's see. See if I can find some actual tea for you. I do. No, but I do. I have it. Don't I? With tea leaves. Oh, I just need some boiling water. Okay. Okay. Write something. Ah! What's this? Tiny stick of dynamite. Very cool. Ah! Okay, I have a geometry textbook. Ooh, a plaid skirt. That's perhaps legless pants. Fun law rules. Ooh, I bet gun law is the similar book, isn't it? Can I turn it back on? Very good. Okay, we have things to do now. I have things. Is that everything? I think it was everything in here. So... play the lullaby. Oh, he looks happy now. Oh, very nice. That was nice. Oh, I couldn't pick up the thing he dropped. That's sad. What else do we have? Plaid skirt, fun law. Let's give her the box of doohickeys as well. Let's go to the second floor. Library. Basics of gun law, very good. What about the geometry textbook? Wait, what am I supposed to do with the geometry textbook? No! Okay, I guess we'll go in here and talk to this lady about gun law now. I'm quite conversant in the finer points of our justice system, particularly as it pertains to guns and gun-related activity. Horseradish, your old trousers and no briefs. Give me a try. Boston court-approved trial by combat. Trial by combat has been outlawed for like 15 years. You understand that ghosts don't visually age as time passes, right? Oh, right. Client called for trial by combat, which means you and the prosecutor had to face up in a duel. It's correct. You lost. I withdraw the question. Why are you stuck as a ghost? So to release you, I'd need to prove that the loss wasn't your fault. The trial duel was completely fair and above board. There's no chance of being foul play on the prosecutor's part. My loss was my own. I have to prove your client was actually guilty and therefore your feelings of responsibility are misplaced. First rule of being a defense attorney. Don't accidentally call him mom. You have to trust and believe in your client. If you don't believe your client is innocent, you'll never convince anyone else he is either. So if I want to convince you he was guilty, you'll have an uphill fight, fella. You're essentially playing prosecutor here. Okay. Tell me about the case. Matthew Guilty McCready? I once had a client named Ike Ildeguy, and he was totally innocent. That's funny. Oh, I could look at the, I could probably read the geometry book. Someone's actual legal name, sure, but nicknames are usually given some sort of basis. What's the cause of death? This was at noon precisely. Confirmed by witnesses. Shot with a pistol in front of witnesses at exactly noon. Was this a duel? So you can add 2 + 2 after all. Well done. I've recently read a whole book about duel law. For no reason, I just happened across it in the library and thought it would be interesting. You read an entire code of law you found at random just for the heck of it? Yes! Let me do a quick review. A duel is legal provided it's between exactly 2 people at a blah 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 blah. Okay. Go ahead. Greedy got into an argument in a saloon. Okay, go on. Okay, go on. Showed up shortly before noon. Let's just look. What weapons were they using? Let me ask you something else. You fired at exactly noon. You said there were witnesses. Were they interviewed? Yes, and their stories lined up with what I just told you. Are any of them known associates? Objection. Any one of those people could have interceded on McCready's behalf. Was he tested for... Get out? Rats. Okay, So, they're a defense attorney that decided to do trial by combat to defend their person who was obviously guilty. They lost, and then the guy was killed as a result of it. And they want to be convinced that he was guilty so that they can move on, I guess. So crazy, dude. Oh, I can't read it. Alright, let's go... let's stay here. Hold on, wait a minute. No, the pantless person is on the first floor in the kitchen. Sir, I have found you a thing. How about this skirt? I mean, kilt. Okay. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, the wad of stuffing. So we can go to the basement. Silenter? That's not what I wanted. Is that what the librarian needs? Well, I thought it was for something else. Okay. So that gets rid of her. How many ghosts are left? 5 ghosts. None left on the first, 2 on the second, 3 on the third. Great. 2 on the second. Gun law lady, which we do have all the information to. It's a lot of reading, so I really don't feel like doing it. This lady's gone now, so I should be able to go in here. What does he need? Did I figure out how to make a good exploding cigar, one that doesn't turn fun into a funeral? No, I don't. I mean, can I look up the word cigar in the book and see if that's... I thought I was making an exploding cigar. And then who's the people on the 3rd floor? And what do they need? Let's go to the 3rd floor. There's this guy. Leave this back if you want a chance against me. Oh, I'll look up the word lathe, because I don't know what that means. Especially not in the context of this game. Sandwich behind a rubber snake. Let me just look up like a random word, like giant. Paper near a model duck. Interesting. The lathe is used for shaping wood. Geometry textbook? I don't know what that's for. 3rd floor now. How many people are on the 3rd floor? 3? Okay. Oh, I need boiling water for the one kid who's in here, right? Yeah, I need boiling water. So I gotta go get boiling water, I guess, from, like, the kitchen, question mark? Where might I get boiling water? Not in the ice room, that's for sure. Oh, you know what? I know where we would get it. Well, no, maybe not. But let's I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. Cellar, and then go... here. Not here. Here. How about this? Tea service with tea. Very good. Perfect. Now I have boiling water. Let's actually... I don't know, would it be faster to go up here? Maybe. No. This was not faster. Yeah, GG. Now things are starting to fall into place, but it was really hard to get started, man. This was not easy. I really don't even know really how I was supposed to get started originally. Alright, I have this for you. Very good. Now I can talk to this guy. Around the candy counter in the visitor center. Okay, great. So there should be 2 on each floor, right? 2 on the second, 2 on the third. So I'm looking for something to fix the billiard stuff. And who else is here? He's the one guy. There was a guy in here that I already fixed. What's the last ghost on this floor? I have a crazy theory. I bet Mrs. Gunn is a ghost. Unless I can find another ghost. Really can't fucking find one. Yeah, I don't see any more ghosts. I only see the one, man. So I'm starting to think it's either in Mrs. Gunn's room or it is Mrs. Gunn. Let's go to the second floor and there's 2 on the second floor, yeah? One of them, I need to figure out how to make an exploding cigar. I don't know how to do that. Cigar puff. Yeah, what if... Oh, I have an exploding cigar. Can I just give him this and see what happens? Well, this is what I wanted. Sir, is this what you want? Very cool. Okay, exploding cigar done. Let's see if we can figure this out with this gun law lady, and I don't know what to do for the pool guy. I don't know. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. What day of the week was this? I want to ask something else. Tell me more about the argument. Dirty, cheap environment. He's sore just because he's been losing all night. It's extremely relevant. Somehow if you're gonna prove to me that McCready was an habitual illegal cheat 17 years after the fact, how did you intend to accomplish that? Wait a minute. Okay, so that wasn't it. Let's try that again. I'm not even bothering to read it all out loud. I'm not even really reading it all. I'm just kind of skimming it because it's just so much garbage. Okay. Tell me more about the argument. What's the name of the saloon? Why didn't they fight right then? It was dark. You can't have a gunfight in the dark. Let me ask something else. Why did they not... They set a specific time for the duel. Why did they not just not fight? Okay, what happened next? Let's for some more details. Those are significantly different weapons. That's not it either. I'm gonna have to go through all the different possibilities with this woman. He was cheating. All he had to do was set his watch for a few seconds early. When the church bell was rang. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he used the watch to warn him when the church bells were about to ring. A 5-second get ready alert would have given him a huge advantage in reaction time. Two problems with that argument. Just guessing, I have no evidence. Secondly, if McCready was using that trick, which he may well have, he was pretty clever, it wouldn't be illegal. Nothing in dual law prohibiting the use of minor strategies like that. Gosh dang it. The writing in this section here? Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be incredibly boring. That's the whole point. Duel is set for high noon. They aren't the same thing. High noon is just when the sun is at the highest point in the sky. Just one problem with it. What's the problem? I already thought that. Take that. What the heck is this? I did my homework when I was preparing for that trial. My legal homework. 12 o'clock p.m. The high noon actually is 12 o'clock p.m. precisely. No! Can't think of any way to disprove McCready's innocence. What if he didn't die? Well, you didn't actually see the execution. You don't know whether or not it happened. Let me ask you something.
is the trial right after the duel, the 19th? Can you something up greedy? We never forgot a date, and every man you'd killed, he'd remember to pour a beer on the grave on their birthday. Why did he invoke trial by combat? When was the execution? I think I might need to do some research. Let me look up a date in it. What month do I want to look at? June? Frig. Can I turn this in? No. So I have to look up some sort of specific date. Hold on. Which date did she say? When was the execution? Monday the 29th. 29th? Okay, hold on. June 29th. Oh goodness. I didn't mean to flip to the January chapter. June 26th. Oh goodness. Thank you. I'm trying to get her to give me some information. I don't know. You're out of blessings? No worries. That was the day of their duel, huh? What about the day before? I don't know what date I'm supposed to be looking up here. June. Yeah, I tried both those numbers already, I'm pretty sure. Oh, July? Oh, let me see. Oh, it was July, okay. Okay, so what about July? I thought all of it was in June. That's helpful, thank you. About July 29th.
There's a total eclipse on that day. Oh, very cool. It was perfect opportunity for him to escape. Eclipse. Sever tripod combat, everything would one way or another in only one day. How can I find Evan? This is really taking a very long time. In the news? Bro. I'm dying right now. I don't know why I'm dying, but I am. Oh, goodness. Apparently Mrs. Gunn's husband disappeared. Okay. Let's see here. So they all escaped in the confusion. Found a newspaper article. Executed criminals are given gravestones with their name on it. I guess I'm gonna have to find actual McCreary himself. How the fuck am I supposed to find this guy? A real simple solution is just to kill her. No, I will find this man. We've already been doing this for so long. I wonder if one of them's like the people in here. Souvenirs. A shot glass? Nah, I'm good, bro. I don't know. How am I supposed to find this guy? If I go back to the library, he'll be in it someplace. It's like... information on... Shot glass sounds like a good weapon or a waste of money. Let's see. I don't know. And how am I supposed to... I can afford it, I just don't want to. So wait a minute. So what do I do for this pool guy? Okay, I think there are some things that I haven't found yet for that. It's gotta be something. There's nothing to find in here at all? Really? Oh, no way! Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm still... Is there a main map for the DLC? No. This DLC is not on any map, but I can go back to dirt water if I need to. Let's go to the 3rd floor. Talk to this pool man again. Gotta chalk your cue. Mine's ghost chalk wouldn't work, so we're looking for chalk now. The only reasonable place I can think of where that would be is a child's room, but we'll go take a look. Search it. Okay, well now I don't know. Oh wait, here's like, is this a, that's a chalkboard. Gotcha, okay. Gotcha. Dirt water sounds interesting. Okay, then perhaps I will go to dirt water. One moment, please. Let's see if this bastard needs anything else. Great. So the last one we need is this stupid Mrs. Gunn. No, not Mrs. Gunn. The gun law lady. I don't know what her name is. I suppose we'll go back to dirt water. Hi, Lloyd. Ever heard of a fella named McCready? Post office register? Oh my god, I have so much. So much XP. Okay, so we want to go to the post office or something here. Trying to find a guy named McCready. Desert house. That's his? McCready's here? Are you the guilty McCready? Ain't heard that nickname in what year is it? 1895. 17 years. Not tell a lie. There was one time 8 years ago. Let's see. That combat was part of her job. She should have been ready. Mistakes, she trusted you. She's a ghost now because she feels guilty about losing that trial. I've spent ages trying to convince her that you weren't innocent. She backed you at every step of the way despite the fact that you got her killed and you don't even care. Ooh. Gave up gunfighting. Raised some chickens and a little vegetable garden. Okay, great. Oh boy. Alright, back to Gun Manor. Whoa, that's the wrong space. This way. Ooh. Third floor. No, second floor. Look, lady, you've been a pain in my ass. Take this. He gave up gunfighting. He said to tell you he's sorry. Very great. Oh. Hey, Paul, she's gone. Okay, souvenir photograph? Don't mind if I do. I will absolutely go there and get something because I helped this guy. And then we'll go talk to Mrs. Gunn. Because we got rid of all of her ghosts. Sure, I'll take one. Why'd you take a picture of me then? Oh, it's just for our records? Okie dokie. I think we saved everyone that needed to be saved there. And we'll buy the shot glass? Sure, I'll buy the shot glass. You're right, I have plenty of cash to spare. I can buy whatever I want. Okie dokie. Let's go talk to Mrs. Gunn. Is it a weapon? Gain XP when you drink booze. Nope. Yeah, shh, ma'am. All the ghosts are accounted for. Splendid. Come on in. Oh, she is a ghost. Haha, got him. Break in case of attic. Break it. Attic opening stick. Very good. Mrs. Gunn, we've got some bad news for you. You're a ghost, ma'am. I haven't had an appetite for months, nearly a year in fact. They keep sending food up from the kitchen and the dumbwaiter, but I've just been dropping it out the window and sending the empty plates back to the chef so they won't have their feelings hurt. You're, in fact, well, translucent. Ah, I thought it was just the cataracts. How the entire family disappeared. Oh, I always thought they were taken away by goats. I always felt guilty about how many people have been killed by my invention. The belt buckle? The gun. Oh, right. Electrical anti-field ghost field installed in the wall so they couldn't get in.
You did contract me for 13 ghosts, maybe you're the 13th. I can renegotiate the number with you, but perhaps you should go ahead and exercise me or whatever you do. I'd rather find a more peaceful solution. And release you from your ghostitude by solving the problem that's keeping you here.
Alright, well now we have the attic thing. I don't remember where that was. Was it over here? No? Where was that? Where was it? I don't remember.
Guess I'll just have to check every room.
Was it over here? Ha! The fuck? Who's that? Who the heck are you? I'm Wes Lowthing, the third Esquire, but since I'm not the guy who's apparently hiding out Mrs. Gunn's attic, I feel like you ought to be the one answering that question. Who am I? Well, that's just frickin' typical. I'm Chet Bullet, damn it. Am I supposed to have heard that name before? You damn well should have. Mrs. Gunn's invention would have been nothing without mine. Wait, let me guess. You invented the bullet? I thought for sure you were gonna say the belt buckle again. Shoot, now I want to change my guess. You're damn right I invented the bullet, but I was her assistant, so did I get any credit? Hell no. Sounds like you got an axe to grind. Looks like we found the bad guy. Okay, Chet, go ahead and tell us the details of your whole nefarious plan. I don't care much for your tone. Why should I tell you anything? I can just punch your face till you start talking of its own accord. How about that? When Mrs. Gunn dies, control of the company passes to me. I'm no murderer, mind you. I like to keep my hands clean. But I figure maybe there might be some other people who would have gone to pick with her considering the manner of their death. You summoned all the ghosts? Ghosts? That's right. You don't seem like the medium type to me. More like a small. It makes sense for all the ghosts to be haunting Mrs. Gunn because some of them weren't killed by guns, but they were all killed by bullets. Naturally, I anticipated there'd be a couple of those. That's why I rigged this room with an anti-ghost field, which I cleverly boosted so that the ghosts couldn't even sense me up here. So your plan was to summon a bunch of angry ghosts who would initially be looking for you but would haunt Mrs. Gunn instead when they couldn't find you? Correct. Once they've haunted her to death, Gunn Industries would be all mine. I hate to be the bearer of good news, but Mrs. Gunn is dead. On the bright side, she's been dead for a year, so you pretty much wasted your time. Yeah, the ghosts are gone too, so you're pretty much in the clear. There's something else I want to ask you about. What happened to Mrs. Gunn's family? Pretty sure you're a monster. I gave the girls 3 free tickets to a sleepaway camp. Okay, so let's go talk to Mrs. Gunn then. Good news and bad news. Chet Bullet had your husband killed and your daughters kidnapped, so he'd be the sole inheritor of your company when you died. He's also the reason all the ghosts were here. I write him out of my will, but I suppose it's too late. It's rather galling. What's the good news? He says your daughters are safe. They're just on a magical island somewhere that nobody can get to. You spoke to him personally? Yeah, he didn't know you were already dead, so he's been hiding in your attic for the last couple days waiting for the ghost to kill you. Not in a state but to make any reasoned judgment. In any case, you've answered my question, and I feel myself moving on already. Thank you for all your help. I got a blueprint? Okay. I grabbed the most appealing ball. Very cool. So what are we gonna do about this guy? Do we kill him or do we not? Who is this? This guy? This is the guy that killed Mrs. Gunn's husband and sent her daughters away to a place where they can never be found. So we can either choose to kill him or not. Yes, I'm back in the attic. I'm also curious about the blueprint. I don't know. Hi, Crypto Raider. Yeah, I'm not sure. What that's all about. I even use such a blueprint. I mean, I could look in every single room again. But, who's to say? We did craft something earlier. In the cellar. Here. This is gun opus. You vow to commit so much violence in her name. I love that. What the fuck, dude? And, silent my pistol. Very cool. I will commit so much. Where was this? This was in the cellar. That tells us what we must do? Perfect. Let's go kill him. I will commit so much violence in her name. Kill your entire party, that's cool. Why do the bullets... Hey, what the heck? So I could kill him. The enemy in that room for 46. Let's reduce his stats, I guess. So I'm pretty sure... They're all impervious to direct attack, so we need to... Let's hit everything in this row, I guess. Reduce. This is gonna take a bit. Yes, shoot all enemies, please. Ow, dang it. Okay, I give up, he says. Okay. I beat the hell out of Chet Bullet and then hog tie him and drag him down to the visitor center. The employees assure you that they'll hand him over to the sheriff or whatever jurisdiction this is. I reckon I brought some reckoning to Gun Manor, not the best possible reckoning, mind you. Maybe there's a better way to deal with Chet. I mean, there definitely is a better way to deal with Chet. I don't know why I said maybe. Anyway, feel free to poke around the grounds looking for loose ends to wrap up. You're pretty much done here. Great. Holy cow, there's some really big bells hanging above you. This house has the biggest bells of them all. Ring the bells. Very cool. I'd love to set them to a specific tone, but... Cool. I assume there are a couple secrets I haven't quite figured out yet? Yes, suck it, Chet. Give her the sciencey stuff. Does the visitor center have anything more for me? Yeah, I don't know if there's anything additional. Sir. How am I supposed to know which way to go in the hedge maze? That's my question. They never gave us any information about that. Okay, apparently there's a couple of cheats. Oh, I got most of them already. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It looks like there's some other things that I probably could do, but nothing that's like, that particularly stands out as something that's like totally necessary. Yeah, and it's been quite a long, we've been going for a little while now. Yeah, big GGs, yeah. Oops, I accidentally clicked off the screen. Yeah, this was good. I really love West of Loathing. And now that we're officially done with West of Loathing Wednesdays, because that finishes the DLC, which finishes kind of the whole game for us, there's still some like, I guess, Easter eggs that we haven't found in this game, but that's not really worth streaming for, I guess. I might just find them on my own time. Yeah, let's go back to the coach. Actually, no, I'll stay right here.
But yeah, the Easter eggs aren't necessarily worth streaming the game for, because we already completed everything that was really worth completing anyway. So now that we're done with West of Loathing Wednesdays, I'm probably gonna move over to Shadows over Loathing Saturdays, probably? I guess probably Saturdays. And that'll probably start next week, if I had to guess. I'm gonna have a slightly different schedule than what I'm used to, because we have been mostly like trying to stream every day of the week, but I need a bit of a break from that, because I'm having a real rough time, if I'm being totally honest. And I don't know, maybe it's oversharing, I don't know. But the, grieving process has just been really, really rough on me, and I'm having a real tough time, and I'm sleeping a lot, and I'm just totally exhausted, and it's really hard to just get done all the things I need to get done, and streaming is like it's a hobby for me, so I can't do the hobby things if I can't get all the other stuff I need to get done, so we'll probably be adjusting our stream schedule a little bit to try and give me a couple days off here and there, so that way I have the ability to rest more. Yeah, so we'll probably have missed Mondays, Shadows over Loathing Saturdays, Puzzle Game Sundays. That's just streaming 3 days in a row. And also I have the Talos Principle DLC now. Oh, and so now I'm oh god, okay. I'm also playing the We Were Here series with a friend of mine. I forgot that we're starting that tomorrow. Oh no, not tomorrow. Yeah, not tomorrow. We're starting Friday. And I don't know which day of the week. I don't know if he's like, I don't think he has consistent availability, so it probably will vary week to week which day we do exactly, but we'll probably do that once a week. Talos Principle DLC once a week. So that leaves me with only 2 days off per week, but sure, fine, we'll do that. We'll do that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. West of Loathing's great. The DLC was real fun, difficult but fun. And thank you for helping me out with it, Tremor. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye.